Alright guys, welcome back to the second part of the post-recording commentary episode. Flying Combine? At least I think it's a Combine. No, it was a Resistance member. Anyways, I think I mentioned in the previous part.
I don't think this war is ever gonna end.
This is another ambush scene. Not sure why I stare at Alex for like 20 minutes here. Yeah, those guys with the rockets do some real damage here. Unfortunately, they don't really last outside of this little part right here. More rope-repelling guys. Funny thing is, the times that these guys rope down and attack you, there's only ever like one guy. Never several at once. Just a single lonely dude. Like, that's gonna do anything against me. And there's the light to signify an attack. See, again, there's only like two guys. Not really much of an ambush.
Hey, over here!
What are you still doing here? Everyone should clear out of the city.
The Combine's not making it easy. We're trying to get enough people together to force our way through to the train station. People are meeting up in a safe house nearby.
Can you take us there?
You bet. Let's go. This way.
Of course, before I move on, I gotta go back here and check to make sure. See, like this. Make sure I don't miss something extremely useful like the rocket launcher, which I will be using quite... well, maybe not quite, but fairly shortly. Using it to face a certain enemy that can only be taken down with a rocket launcher. This area seems quite familiar from back in the original Half-Life 2. When we went through here. At what point I don't quite remember, though, but...
Hey, it's me. Open the door.
What's the password?
I'm not even gonna tell you to shut up.
Come on in.
Previously, certain protein chains important to the process of embryonic development were selectively prevented from forming.
My dad's a
This is
desiccator.
no longer the case. For those so inclined, now would be an excellent time for procreation. Which is to say, in layman's terms, you should give serious consideration to doing your part for the revival of the species. We must make the most of the time we have, as it is by no means certain how much time we have secured ourselves before the Combine
I do remember the reason why I was standing around here for, though.
Since this is, in fact, the first opportunity we have had to speak openly of the baleful influence of the Combine, there is much ground to cover. And in fact, I hope to institute a series of useful bulletins in the days ahead. However, for now we will have to content ourselves with some relatively meager exposition. The destabilization of the City-17 reactor has had repercussions that were not entirely unexpected, although we hardly dared speak this hope ahead of time. The destructive pulse forced a damper on the entire network of linked Citadel reactors. Thus, for the time being, I believe that all Combine portals have failed to
None of these guys are really,
as well as all communications systems based on
really talkative, are they?
In short, the Combine are completely cut off. Combine forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated units, stranded. However, this is most likely a temporary state of affairs. As we once learned to our dismay, even the relatively tiny fracture at Black Mesa gave
The reason I'm standing around here is because the first time that I played this, Alex actually makes a comment about this speech that Kleiner's making.
completely xenophoric species.
You're right. We don't have time to watch TV.
Not that comment. She says something like, because if you remember him talking about the fact that that people can procreate again, well, she makes a comment saying something like, is Dr. Kleiner really telling us to get busy?
Let's find another way up. Yeah! Burn it!
Of course, things can never be easy. And instead of going up the stairs directly, we have to go all the way around. And to make things more complicated, this floor right here, as you can see where the holes falls right through into a room filled with a whole bunch of zombies, and that bastard just hit me with a table. Yeah, things can never just be simple in this game. You're always gonna take the more complicated, long way around. I'm not sure if this floor is scripted to fall, or what. Well, obviously it's gonna fall anyway. But I mean, I don't know if you can actually avoid falling through by.
I blame Odessa Covich.
I met Odessa Covich one time. What an idiot.
Between you and me, I don't trust those border guards.
I blame Black Mesa.
So much for better living through science.
Dr. Kleiner says we can mate now. Not that I needed his permission.
What idiot put Kleiner in charge?
Sometimes I think everybody's a doctor but me.
Everything we do seems to make things worse.
This was such a nice neighborhood, too.
It used to be safer here.
We're sitting ducks in here. Or maybe fish in a barrel. Anyway, it's not good.
I hear it's a lot better out in the country.
Avoid falling through by taking the.
Taking the scenic route, eh? chill. Remember when we had the gun?
Avoid falling through.
Miner's headcrab probably.
Can I talk now? Avoid falling through by somehow slowly going around.
Gordon! Alex? I don't believe it. How the hell did you get out of the Citadel?
We're not exactly sure. All I know is the Vortigots had something to do with it. But what about you, Barney?
I'm doing okay, just going crazy trying to...
Found us!
Aw, hell, Gordon? Were you followed again?
We stole some information from the Citadel on our way out. I don't know what it is yet, but it's important enough that they've been hounding us the whole way here.
Well, that puts the pressure on. Look, we gotta get moving. You guys know about the evacuation trains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been planning to make a push on the train station. Now it looks like we're gonna have to cut a path through every chicken shit Metro cop who's having second thoughts about defending City 17.
If Gordon and I took a separate route, we could draw the Combine away from you. That'd give you a chance to get the trains filled up before we get there.
Really? Well, if you say so. Now, come here, look over here. Okay, across this bridge, over the rooftops, is a safe path to the station. You two head that way. I'll hit the streets and round up everyone who's been waiting. We'll meet you there.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Hey, Gordon, before you go, I was getting tired of carrying this around. Listen, I don't have many more of these, so try not to lose this one, okay? Go on across, Gordon. She's waiting for you. You lucky dog, you.
Ah yes, our best friend is back.
See you at the station.
Now we don't need to use the gravity gun to break open boxes.
It's a gunship.
And that is the enemy that I was talking about. Yes, you will have to fight another gunship in this part. Room infested with poison crabs. And if I haven't said it enough, I hate these things. My least favorite enemy in this entire game. I hear the thought that there were respawning enemies because I remember from the first time that I played, there was a certain part where I just kept shooting and shooting and the people seemed like they were just continuously coming at me. And I thought it was this part, but it turns out I was wrong, as you obviously could see right there, since there were only 3 guys there, well, 2 guys that I shot from afar. One guy that appeared as I was walking across the bridge. And now,
Hospital. Keep an eye out for medical supplies.
yes, we have reached the hospital. And this is actually where I stopped playing. Well, actually, no, it's not. This was the end of my second to last recording session. So there is going to be one more recording session where I have played the part before. And after that will be the point where I stopped and haven't played yet. So, but that'll still to come. That's still probably going to be about 2 more episodes, 2 more videos before we get to that point. So yeah, this is the second of 2 videos from the recording session that did not have its sound record. So after this point, you will be going back to the standard recording or a standard live commentary. And honestly, this post-recording session wasn't too bad. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I shall catch you all next time.